So it looks like Jimmy just released his leagues video for this year. It is super funny and very informative, actually. So that's what we're doing here today. We got some of the little tidbits that he was hinting in some of the stuff and some new information as well. If you haven't watched Jimmy's video, I'll have it down in the link description below. But let's just dive into what we were able to find throughout the video. First things up is the welcome banner. It tells you a little bit about Shattered Relics. It says leagues are a time-limited game mode that gives you new ways to experience the world of Gielinor. The aim of each league is to complete tasks and earn league points. These points can then be exchanged for various unlocks and rewards. To begin your journey in Leagues 3 Shattered Relics, use the Get Started button below. Otherwise, you can use the Exit Leagues button to quit. So next up is the Leagues info page, and this is pretty much as far as he scrolled down. I believe there might have been a little more scrolled into it, but as you get the gist of it, just kind of explains the general league information and the league specific information for Shattered Relics League. So you'll have a nice little guide within the game to kind of explain things a little bit better to you. Here is the League task menu, and it is confirmed that the fragment slots that you see that we saw up on the top of each fragment slot that are tiered, kind of like Relics were last League, is indeed unlocked from league points. So I would think maybe this is the first slot, 290 league points total for the slot, and he's already completed a little bit. We also have confirmation that easy tasks, as you can see here with the bronze helmet, that's an easy task. It'll be giving you 5 league points, as we already knew, but we didn't know the Sage's Renown values, and I was guessing it was going to be 1, and I was correct. So I'm going to guess that mediums are 2, and then 3 for hard, 4 for elite, and 5 for master. So I'm guessing that's what it's going to be. I can't guarantee that, but at least we know an easy is 1 Sage's Renowned. So if you wanted to unlock a skill, you're going to need to do 10 easy tasks. Along with seeing this interface for the first time, we're also seeing tasks that are in the game. And most of these that I'm going to be scrolling through are confirmed that have already been confirmed from other previous leagues, but there are some new ones towards the end. As we can see, like opening leagues menu, achieving some level ups of different level categories. Those are kind of the same ones we've always seen. Next one over is like complete a beginner clue scroll, defeat goblins, bury bones, visit Ferox Enclave, turn in library books. So if you're going to go the mage route, maybe you want to head up to Arceus Library and start doing some library books, get some of those easies out of the way. These have all been in the games as well. So pickpocketing citizens, opening 28 coin pouches, that'll be really good to do out of the gate. Steal a chocolate cake slice as well. Maybe if you head down to Artie, all those will be able to be done right out of the gate because we do have thieving unlocked. Cooking a shrimp, that'll be a good one. You can burn that shrimp potentially since you will be level 1. You can go and cook stuff. You could potentially get the cooking of a shrimp technically done and then also burning something as well. You won't get any of the XP, but you will be able to do the tasks. Here's some other basic ones that we should all be aware of. They've been in all the last leagues before. And if you want a reference of what has been in the last leagues, the wiki has every task that have been in Twisted League and in Trailblazer. Most of them are going to be all from Trailblazer, and then some of the Twisted League ones will be in there. A lot of them are redundant, so they're going to be cutting out some of those. All these look well. As we can still see, there are quests being able to be completed as a task, so something like Rune Mysteries. So if you decide, hey, I'm going to go and get that auto completed, you may not be able to get that task done. I doubt that's going to be a thing. You're going to be able to just skip that quest, but you won't get the reward out of it. So you're going to really have to balance which quests you want to actually complete and which ones you don't, especially if they are task related. And I believe even things like mini quests like Natural History Museum will be in there, or like maybe like Daddy's Home. I think that's a mini quest or whatever it's called. That may be in here as well. I don't really remember if that was an actual task in the last league. There's a lot of them that are just entering areas or going through certain parts of the game that are very big. So like Alcarid Gate, entering Taverley Dungeon, using the bank at Narda. Make sure to go and use these places if you're in the area, and make sure to like scout out some of those areas to make sure, hey, is there a task here? Maybe I can get it done real quick. And this was the last task menu I was able to capture, and a lot of them look new. So order a drink at the Old Knight. I wasn't able to find that, but it could have been a task, maybe not. Pickweed and Catherby, I don't really remember. Buy something from a trader crew member I couldn't find, so that could be potentially new. Get stung by bees, that's potentially new. I couldn't find that at all. And then drink a poison chalice, I couldn't find that either. So maybe these are an insight to some of the newer tasks that are being presented to us. And one last thing to note that I did write down was each relic is associated with the style of skill being used. So say you want to get a mining fragment, you'll have to go mining. Or if you want to get the cool agility fragment, you're going to actually have to unlock agility first. You're not going to be at random. You're not going to be able to go and fish and potentially get an agility thing. And you're like, hey, I'm going to switch things. So that was a lot of people's thought process of like, hey, I'm I'm going to go do stuff in Catherby, and I'm going to go and fish, and I'm going to go do some of the thieving there, and then potentially I'll get something else that may deter my path to say, hey, let's change it up and go do something else. Well, now we kind of understand that you actually have to go do those set skills or bossing or whatever style of fragment you want to get, and then you'll be able to get those fragments that way. So that'll wrap up today's video. Hopefully that answers some of the questions you have. If you do have any questions, definitely leave some comments down below. We're going to have a lot of people hopefully in here answering some of these questions, and hopefully I'll be able to get around to answering them as well if I know. We're going to have a lot more videos coming up for more strategy options now that we have a more clear path of what's going to be going on. Make sure to subscribe to be up to date on that, and we will see you in those videos. Have a good one.